Hey guys, real quick before I start this video, I want to let you guys know something. All these parts that you see me put on, everything I'm doing, nothing is sponsored. Everything is done in-house here. Most of it is because I'm supported by somebody who is amazing and very dear to my heart, and that would be my wife. Without her, none of this stuff would be possible. So I just want to give a quick shout out to her real quick. Thank you so much, babe, if you're seeing this. If it wasn't for you, none of this cool stuff would be possible. So let's get in the video. Welcome back, Monkey Mike, Monkey Wrenching. Thanks for joining me. Today, we are going to be opening AWR 1.6 liter Miata lowering engine mounts. These are actually going to lower it just over 1/4 of an inch, which if you know how stuff works in the motor world, I mean, you can only bring it down so much more, mainly because, let me see, oh, maybe we do have to plug in the blinding light today. There we go. So you can see the steering rack right there. That is not very far off from the oil pan. As you can see here, let me turn on the light for you. So as you can see there, it's just not a whole lot of room from the steering rack, the subframe, and that oil pan. But these engine mounts right here, these actually allow for it to be lowered. Let me turn that light off. Oh, so much better, man. That thing's blinding. So anyway, without further ado, let's see if I can do better than last time and actually open it without seeming borderline retarded. Oh no, did I say a sensitive word? Sorry. I don't care. Here we go. We got... Woohoo! Now, I did buy this on Black Friday type prices. I got a really good price. I'm actually not going to say how much I paid because it was that good of a price. Possibly lower than what most people might have. Cardboard, paper. Huge shout out to AWR, whoever it is that runs their social media, their Instagram. They were amazing. I was actually the first person to make a Black Friday purchase. I waited probably 3 days. These are 95 durometer bushings, so they're basically solid. You can see they just got a little bit of a push on it. Biggest reason we're going to change that is if you look down in there, let me see if I can get a good zoom on it. No, see that? Yeah, I welded the motor mount solid. No joke. Just didn't want it to move. Let me get that light off again. What we have here is motor mount. And this, as I said before, this motor mount will actually allow the car or the motor to be lowered. I think it's 3/10 of an inch. So just over 3/4 of an inch. Or 1/4 of an inch, rather. Got some good quality hardware. I know I told you today's video would be about that, but these came in the mail actually really late last night. I think they showed up somewhere around like 10. So shout out to UPS. More bolts. Shout out to UPS, man. Or USPS, sorry. USPS. It's like opening a Christmas present. Woo! Look at that. These guys are known for having the best mounts in the business. They make a lot of Ford and Mazda engine mounts and things like that. But check out the quality. That looks like it's just dirty. Yep. Just wash that up. But anyways, man, those are nice. Welded in place there. Yep. Good quality hardware from what I can see. Good penetration on the weld, you can actually see it there. Everything is, real smooth. Looks like there's some sort of like permanent marker marking there. Maybe where the bushing got, how it got cut. Not really sure what that's about. But, I mean, this video is going to be short. This is just me telling you about them, showing you being unboxed. I'm just really, 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 really excited to be a part of the AWR family now. Yeah, that's really all I got for you. If you know about how much the Miata motors move, they're bad. They're really, really, really bad. I might have actually explained it in an earlier video before we went to Laguna, and I'm pretty sure I actually showed you guys that I welded the motor mounts. But you can see here, like, you can even see there's still flex over on that side. So all I did when I did weld that motor mount down in there, it's kind of hard to see, but what I did was I made it so that it wouldn't come this way. Because when the Miata motor, when you hit the throttle and it torques, it comes like this. And it was at the point where I was having problems with the shifting, because what happens is, you know, everything's all connected. You have the PPF, which is the power plant frame, and that is basically, it makes the engine that's bolted to the trans, and then the power plant frame, which is like a C frame, and goes all the way back to the rear diff. So it's all one solid unit. So anytime that engine flexes really, really hard, the whole entire system flexes. It'll go all the way to the drive shaft. And with it, you know, being all the way back to the diff, sometimes even the diff can move a little bit. So we've got poly bushings in the diff, and I had that welded up front. I figured the smartest thing that I could do, besides it would also lower the engine just slightly, that'll give us a little bit better center of gravity. It's going to help out during drifting. And it's also just going to, you know, get it tucked down there a little bit more. My concern at the moment is if I clock my turbo right, if we're going to have any issues there. I have waited to finish the whole intercooler deal, which, you know, I'll cover this more later, but I waited to do all that stuff to solidify everything, to see if maybe I need to shorten any pipes, because when the engine does come down slightly, everything else is also going to come down a little bit, and that's, you know, we're talking about 1/4 of an inch. That could mean the world when we're talking about all this intercooler piping. Now, a lot of these elbows obviously are going to flex and stuff, but I just want to make sure, because now the turbo is going to lower. That means that's going to lower. It's going to come down another 1/4 of an inch, and that would be the filter I was talking about, as well as, you know, everything in here. Is it going to come forward? Is it going to come, you know, like, I don't know the orientation of the motor coming down, if it comes down, because, you know, it's hooked up to the trans, right? So if it goes down, you see what I mean about how, see the elbow there, it stays stationary, but everything else comes down. So I don't know exactly how much of an inflection it's going to cause, and you know what I'm going to do about that. I do know it should pull this back away a little bit and give us, you know, about 3/10 of an inch more room. I wouldn't even say quite that much. It may give us more room, actually, being that it's up here, because it'll be more dramatic it coming away. So we'll see exactly what all putting those motor mounts in causes, but now we're going to have solid on both sides. Basically solid. 95 durometer is ridiculously tough. I think 75, 88, and 95, something like that, or 70, 80 something and 95. I don't know. I wanted it hard as a rock, because that's how I roll. I want it hard. Anyway, so thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. This is Monkey Mike. Day 3 of the December daily uploads. Don't forget to go check out my homies. We got 802 Garage. Check out my buddy Rust Built Garage. That's a good dude as well. Asian Garage, and that's with the AZ when you spell Asian. That's a good homie of mine. Actually, a local dude, does a lot of cool Honda stuff. Yeah, you know, check me out on Instagram. If you want to BS, you can hit me up. We can talk there. I'd love to tell you about my build, what I'm doing, what's in store, other stuff, random crap. We can talk about FOSDA and whenever it might be done. Probably not. We've now got a running joke between Rust Built Garage, 802 Garage, and myself talking about basically whose Subaru wagons won't be done first. We're in a race to see who takes the longest. That's kind of what it seems like now. So thanks for watching, guys. Y'all take care. I'll see you in the next one.